Hi! A while ago, I had quite the epiphany. No, I just had an idea that I wanted to kind of roll with, I guess. That makes more sense. I decided that a new game came out. I did not want to wait on it. I wanted to start it immediately because I absolutely loved that kind of series. And I realized with how much I loved it and how I've been approaching video games recently, I have never been able to actually complete games. I've never been able to make real progress because the style, it would take too long for me to get to the game. I'd eventually get bored of it. I wouldn't want to record more of it, and I've had a horrible system of doing videos, in my opinion, that just leaves it to where, like, there's so many games I haven't completed. There's so many things I wanted to do because I've been worried about focusing too much on one game. It concerns me because I feel like no one wants to do one specific thing for a period of time. They want variety, and that's the case for a lot of things. I understand that, but I think it's actually hurt me because, one, my channel is not a big channel. It's a small channel, so literally I can do whatever I want. Two, like I was saying a little bit earlier, I was making zero progress with any of the games I was making, and it's been hindering like the completion rate of anything I have. People want to see the end of games, and I do not provide that, and I want to change that. I did change that, and I loved it. The game I was talking about was the Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. I don't know why I decided to pretend like no one knows what the game is. We all know what the game is. I absolutely love the game. The game was fantastic in so many ways. The storytelling was awesome. The animation, everything was absolutely awesome. The transitions were absolutely flawless. I understand it's a big thing of like the PlayStation 5, they're trying to showcase how, because they're using SSD cards for the hardware now, that everything can transition smoothly. But Ratchet & Clank blew it out of the park with that feature because the cutscenes were no longer separate from the gameplay. The cutscenes were literally inside the gameplay, and the reason why that's the case is because if you notice, when it transitions, there is no change in the camera scenery or anything. Nothing absolutely changes. There's no loading black screen. As soon as the cutscenes go over, it's kind of like how Metal Gear Solid did it. Like, I think it was Metal Gear Solid 5? Maybe? I don't think Metal Gear Solid 4 did that. I think it was Metal Gear Solid 5, but like it would transition from the scene to the gameplay. It's a lot like that, but in the Rift Apart, the scene is actually the same things that's in the gameplay, the same exact things, but they're using that as a scene anyway. So like there's no need for transitions because if you notice in the gameplay, there's still a lot of animation happening that normally isn't a part of the gameplay because normally they have them two separate things, but because they've included that as part of the gameplay, it's actually a lot easier to I'm going into a really big rabbit hole here, but yeah, the transitions, the character models are fantastic. They've done flawless animations with everything to the point where it looks like it's basically a CGI movie in a game. So it's amazing the way they've done it. It felt like I went through the game really quickly, but at the same time, I realized I didn't. The reason why I felt like I went through the game so quickly is because I did a video a day, and I literally did like up from 40 minutes to an hour of how long the video was every single day. And I looked at it 11 videos, with the last video being almost 2 hours, an hour and a half. With that being the case, it literally took a little over, what, 10 hours? Maybe? The game is about the same length as some of the games that people make nowadays. It's crazy because like it's actually not as short as I thought it was. I blew through it so quickly because of how much I've been playing the game and recording it. Like I'm not gonna lie, I've been playing the game a ton off camera. I've beaten it 2 other times outside of the recording. I have a problem. I absolutely love the game. They did so many good things about the game. Insomniac. It's rare for one company to hold a series like Ratchet & Clank as long as Insomniac has. Insomniac is are the people who made the very first Ratchet & Clank game. And they've made every single Ratchet & Clank game from then on to this game. I also recently found out Insomniac is the company that made Spider-Man. Which is actually, I think, one of the reasons why I thought the voice of Ratchet was the voice of Spider-Man, Peter Parker, but that's actually not the case. The voice of Peter Parker is a different voice actor. He just sounds a lot like the voice actor for Ratchet in Ratchet and Clank, but that's not the case, I guess. To find that Insomniac is the ones who made Spider-Man and Ratchet and Clank. But it makes sense, because if you look at the animation style of both Spider-Man and Ratchet and Clank, then you can realize like it's kind of a very similar, if not the same, game engine that they both run on. They have very similar styles to them, and the way that the cutscenes work compared to the gameplay. I haven't played Miles Morales. I'm still working on being the first Spider-Man, but I have a strong feeling it's gonna have smoothless transitions as well. I don't know yet. I'm still deciding on if I'm gonna play Miles Morales, because I don't know if I want to go into the second game of that. Oh, but that does make me want to talk about, I really do think they will make a spin-off game for Ratchet and Clank, the recent one, for Rivet and Kit. The reason why I think that is because I recently found out Spider-Man and Ratchet and Clank are both Insomniac, and they made a Spider-Man and they made a Miles Morales, which is a spin-off game off of the continuing off of the Miles Morales character of Spider-Man. Because they recently did Ratchet and Clank and Rivet and Kit, I feel like it's a very high possibility they're gonna make a Rivet and Kit spin-off game, which in my opinion I think would be absolutely cool, because I loved Rivet and I loved Kit, and I think having a separate game for them while still continuing the Ratchet and Clank series would be awesome. But if they continued the Ratchet and Clank series and kept Rivet and Kit in instead of making a different Rivet and Kit game, I'd be completely fine with that. This whole style of me uploading a video a day, I thought was gonna be not possible for me to do. I thought it was gonna be very difficult. But what I've learned, over the years, I focused so much on editing a lot into my videos to make the videos more interesting. But what I've also learned is me doing these videos for so long that I figured out how to keep the content interesting besides just the gameplay, but also like when the gameplay has its slow moments, that I start talking and having conversations that sometimes can seem like filler conversations, but that just helps keep the time going, keep the flow going. And I've learned how to have a good conversation between me and the camera, which goes from me to you guys, to make it so that way you guys feel like it's something more interesting than just me leaving in a part where it's a slow gameplay, like a person trying to go from point A to point B, and it's just a running animation. No talking, no dialogue, no nothing. I had a very bad problem when I was first doing my channel, to where I'd leave everything in, because I felt like I didn't want to cut anything out of the gameplay, because I felt like if they missed this, if they missed something that I didn't catch, if they missed that, they would lose a part of the story that they might be important later. I had that mentality for literally everything, like even games that wasn't even important, like Slime Rancher. Over the years, I've been editing heavily on my videos because I felt like there's too many slow moments. So I worked less on me talking and more on just me editing out things. But I've realized I could force less work on myself if I were to focus on how I would talk and how I would approach me playing the game while I'm recording, to make less work for me doing the editing. Like, I don't know if you've noticed right now with this vlog, I've actually been talking a lot more than some of my previous vlogs where I had to do a bunch of cuts. I'm hoping with the way this works, I'm gonna have to do less cuts, but I've been saying a lot of ums and and thinking that I'm probably still gonna have to do just as much of amount of jump cuts as well, especially with all of the words that I keep saying wrong, I'm messing up on. Now that I know how to do commentary that's not dry, is actually engaging, and can fill in some of those spots for the game, I feel like it's made the editing much more feasible for me, to where it doesn't take me legitimate 4 to 6 hours every single video to put out there, which isn't bad. That's a good amount of time to put in a video if you really care for your videos, and I do care for my videos. The problem is I'm working a full-time job, which has actually grown to the point to where I might be working 6 days a lot of weeks, and I might be working a lot of overtime, so I'm gonna be very busy. So me having to put so much time into a video while I still need to encode the video, process the video, make a thumbnail for the video, and upload the video, to where some of these processes take hours depending on how long the video is, in order to get the video out there for you guys to see. It's a long process and it can be difficult to accomplish if I want to have something consistent for you guys. But the thing I've noticed with the whole video a day, it took a lot less editing for me to do because of what I was just now talking about. The gameplay was very engaging. The story was very engaging. There wasn't too much time in between spots that I had to fill in with filler, but when there was, I felt like I had plenty to say, and I had a lot of to say. There's times whenever I wish they'd shut up a little bit so I could talk, but I loved every second of the game, and I realized doing this whole one video a day, it is definitely feasible if I approach it right, and I definitely want to keep doing it. There's been a lot of games that I dropped in the past that I really wished I finished, that I really want to finish, and I might go back and finish. I want to go ahead and finish Spider-Man. I think that's a go ahead. I'm gonna jump from one Insomniac game to another Insomniac game. It's gonna be perfectly fine. I want to finish Spider-Man because some of my viewers absolutely loves that game, and I'm pretty sure they want to also see the end of this game as much as I do. And Spider-Man is just a very awesome character to me. Cuphead is another game I've dropped for a while, but I do want to finish that because I absolutely love that game. And if I recall correctly, I'm pretty sure there's DLC. I may not tackle the DLC, but I may tackle the DLC because I do believe there's not any YouTubers out there that I know of who tackled the DLC for Cuphead, and that would be fun for the channel. Slime Rancher was fully released. I never did completely beat Slime Rancher. I did get to the end of the content they had at the time, but when they fully released it, I never did beat it. That, and I do believe they've added even more stuff to the Slime Rancher that I don't even know about since I last played. So I'm pretty sure there's been a lot of things added to Slime Rancher that would make it really fun. Final Fantasy VII I think would be an absolute blast to do. I don't know if I want to do it live streams. I think it'd be better to do videos. The only problem is I'm pretty sure it's a very long game, so it might take a while for me to do videos. Eventually, when I'm very comfortable with doing a video a day with one game, I want to span out to do 2 games at a time. So I think that might be the second game to go along with another game that I'm going to do consistently day by day by day. I hit the mic. I apologize. I can't count how many times I've been told that you guys absolutely enjoy coming to the live streams. You enjoy engaging with me. You enjoy talking with me constantly. Like, you guys absolutely love the live streams. Y'all made it very vocal, and I do hear that. It's been a while since I've done a live stream. I might do one soon. Ish. I don't know. Again, I'm adjusting to the whole one video a day, and I'm adjusting to the new job position, so it's I've got a lot of things that I'm adjusting to right now. That's why it's been a while since I've live streamed. I do apologize for that, but I haven't completely dropped it. I'm still gonna do live streams. That does remind me though, I've talked about how I'm doing one video a day, and it's been a bit since I've uploaded. It would be a good idea to have a small break. Small, not like a huge break. I'm talking about like a small break after I've finished a series. So that I've also noticed, like, whenever you're doing a video a day, people get behind on videos, and the reason why my videos are lower views with the more recent ones that's been uploaded is because people, they only have a limited amount of time in their day to be able to watch something that they may not even be primarily watching. They've got other channels they're watching, other interests that they need to do, and they don't have life. They've got things to do. And they want some time to be able to actually finish a series, I imagine. They just can't do it right away. So I think me doing a small break after video games would be perfect. So that way it gives people a chance to catch up, and it'll give me a chance to catch a breather and to be able to focus on things that I might need to focus or prepare for a live stream. But if you have other games you're really interested in seeing me do, please let me know. I love interacting with you guys. I love hearing the suggestions you guys have, and there's a lot of games that you guys have that you suggest I actually have a really big interest in. Like, for instance, I'm looking at it right now, Ori and the Blind Forest. I started it on a live stream. I absolutely loved it. The only problem is I had a hard time playing that on a live stream because I was very focused on the game, and it was hard for me to actually be able to read the comments and pay attention to the comments. So I think I'm definitely gonna make that a video series compared to a live stream series. If you have any suggestions, maybe even videos I've done in the past but never finished, I definitely want to revisit all the different games I've tackled but it never finished and see which ones I want to finish on my channel. I'm definitely really thinking about Kingdom Hearts, but instead of doing the challenge run, just doing a normal run in Kingdom Hearts, because the challenge run I developed for Kingdom Hearts was insanely tough. Feasible. It's definitely possible. I know it is. But it would require you to have an insane amount of time in a specific day to be able to tackle one boss fight. I don't even know how I'd tackle the final boss fight with that challenge mode. So I think, honestly, I'm just gonna play the game normally. It improves in experience. I don't get as frustrated. I actually can make progress within a span of time, and I can actually finish the game and then possibly play the other games. But Kingdom Hearts is one of my favorite things on the channel. I've already made quite a few videos, and I know exactly how far I am in the game. I'm still deciding on what I want to do for the next live stream. I think I want to bring the Subnautica Below Zero back to videos instead of live streams. Unless if you guys prefer the live streams. We've got plenty of time for you guys to let me know what you guys think. So please let me know anything that you think about this video and what I've been talking about. I feel like Subnautica Below Zero would be better as videos, personally. But if you guys loved the live streams a lot more for the Subnautica series, I will leave that a live stream series. The Miitopia, I'm definitely going to leave a live stream series because there is a ton of grinding, a ton of downtime on Miitopia, which leaves me plenty of opportunities to talk with you guys and to have you guys kind of inspire what we pick and what we do inside Miitopia. It makes it a great series. So that's definitely going to stay a live stream series. Oh my goodness. Oh, I am wanting to incorporate a VR series as well. I just don't know what game I'm going to do. But I think there was a very interesting game I saw that looked quirky, comedic, and very fun to play. I think it'd be perfect for the channel. So I am thinking of doing that on the channel a little bit. I don't know if it's gonna, I don't know if I'm gonna wait until I do it as a second game or if I'm gonna go ahead and just knock out that game in one span as well. I don't know. I'm still deciding. Oh, crap. Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted. I need to finish that. But I don't want to finish that because it's actually horrifying. The game terrifies me. And I got to make progress again. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have a lot of games that I need to just pick back up and just play. I don't know. Again, you guys let me know what you think. I want to know all of your opinions. I want to know what games you want to see, and I want to know what you think would be great pulling forward. This is a huge change for the channel going forward because I've always been, instead of consistency, I wanted variety. But I've learned while I'm small and while I think it'd be better for consistency over variety, not just for the channel's sake, but for my sake too, because now I'm actually finishing things and not feeling like I'm not going anywhere with just my channel and the games I'm playing. So I'm really excited for this. I think it's gonna make such a difference going forward, and I'm actually able to do things now. So yeah. I've always wondered what it'd be like if I could do a video a day. If I could do YouTube as a job, that's always been one of the things I'd love to do. But doing a video a day was another thing I was like, someday I'm gonna achieve that goal. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your night or day or whatever time it is you're watching this. And I will see you in the next video. Take care. It's been a while since I've done that, but take care.